Canada is the second largest country in the world by land area. Located in the northern part of North America, it is well known for its natural landscapes, multicultural society, and high standard of living. Life in Canada is shaped by the country's history of Indigenous peoples, French and British colonial influences, and continuous waves of immigration. Today, Canada ranks highly in global indices of education, healthcare, safety, and economic opportunity. This article provides an overview of everyday life in Canada, including culture, education, employment, cost of living, leisure activities, and social norms. In addition, a section is dedicated to women in Canada, examining their social status, opportunities, and roles in contemporary Canadian society. Canada's geography has a profound influence on its lifestyle. With vast forests, mountains, lakes, and coastlines, the country offers a range of natural experiences. Winters are long and cold in most provinces, with heavy snowfall, particularly in central and eastern regions. Summers vary greatly, from warm and humid in Ontario to milder on the Pacific coast. This diversity of climate affects recreation. Skiing, ice hockey, and snowboarding are common in winter, while hiking, canoeing, and camping are popular in summer. Canada is officially bilingual, with English and French as its two official languages. Quebec is the primary French-speaking province, while English dominates elsewhere. Beyond the two official languages, Canada is home to millions of immigrants, leading to a highly multicultural society. That major immigrant communities come from China, India, the Philippines, the Middle East, and various parts of Africa and Latin America. As a result, Canadian cities are culturally diverse, offering a wide range of cuisines, festivals, and traditions. Multiculturalism is recognized as a cornerstone of national policy, and tolerance for cultural diversity is generally high. Daily life and lifestyle. Life in Canada typically balances work, education, and leisure. Most Canadians live in urban centers such as Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, and Ottawa. Cities are characterized by modern infrastructure, reliable public services, and relatively high living costs compared to smaller towns. Yet rural life in Canada is quieter, with a strong connection to nature. Smaller communities tend to be tight-knit, offering a slower pace of life, but with fewer amenities compared to major metropolitan areas. And Canadians value politeness, respect for personal space, and inclusivity. Community volunteering and civic engagement are also common. Education is a major focus in Canadian society. The country has publicly funded primary and secondary schools, as well as internationally respected universities. Institutions such as the University of Toronto, McGill University, and the University of British Columbia are among the top-ranked globally, and international students are a significant presence, attracted by Canada's reputation for high-quality education and the possibility of transitioning to permanent residency. Employment and economy. Canada's economy is resource-rich, with industries ranging from mining and forestry to advanced technology, finance, and healthcare. Major cities like Toronto serve as financial hubs, while Vancouver is important in film, trade, and technology. Ottawa is important in film, trade, and technology. Canada also has a relatively high minimum wage compared to many countries. The labor market regularly seeks skilled immigrants to fill shortages in healthcare, IT, and engineering. Cost of living. The cost of living varies significantly across Canada. Toronto and Vancouver are among the most expensive cities, particularly regarding housing. Montreal and Ottawa, while still urban centers, are generally more affordable. Rural areas and smaller cities offer lower housing costs, but may have fewer employment opportunities. Healthcare is publicly funded through a universal system, reducing the financial burden on citizens and permanent residents. This is one of the most valued aspects of Canadian life. Leisure and culture. Leisure activities reflect Canada's climate and multicultural identity. Sports such as ice hockey and lacrosse are national pastimes, while soccer, basketball, and baseball are also widely played. Outdoor activities such as skiing, hiking, camping, and canoeing are deeply embedded in Canadian culture. And the arts also play an important role, with Canadian musicians, filmmakers, and writers gaining global recognition. Major cities host international film festivals, art exhibitions, and music events. Food and cuisine. Canadian cuisine reflects its multicultural composition. Traditional dishes include poutine, French fries topped with cheese curds and gravy, butter tarts, and maple syrup-based foods. However, immigrants have significantly shaped the food scene, with a wide availability of Asian, Middle Eastern, and Latin American cuisines. Historical context. The role of women in Canada has evolved considerably over time. Indigenous women traditionally held significant social and spiritual roles in many First Nations societies. During colonial and early modern periods, women were primarily confined to domestic roles, but activism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries led to advances in rights, including suffrage in 1916-1918, depending on the province. Social status and rights of today. Women in Canada enjoy equal legal rights and protection under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. They actively participate in politics, business, education, and the arts. Canada has had female governors general and a female prime minister, and women are present in all sectors of society, in politics, business, education, and the arts. Canada has had female governors general and a female prime minister, and women are present in all sectors of society. Education and employment. Women in Canada have high levels of educational attainment, often surpassing men in university graduation rates. They are active in professional fields such as law, medicine, academia, and technology. However, like many countries, Canada continues to address issues such as the gender pay gap and representation in executive positions. In dating and relationships, dating culture in Canada is shaped by Western norms of individual freedom and equality. Relationships are typically based on mutual respect, and women have the autonomy to choose partners freely. Online dating platforms are widely used, especially in urban centers. While cultural diversity means different communities have varying traditions, mainstream Canadian dating culture emphasizes casual interaction, gender equality, and openness. Public displays of affection are generally accepted, and cohabitation before marriage is common. Lifestyle and representation. So Canadian women balance careers, family, and leisure activities. Much like men, socially, they participate in sports, cultural events, and community activities. The feminist movement in Canada remains active, focusing on workplace equality, reproductive rights, and safety. Its media representation of women in Canada is diverse, with increasing attention paid to portraying women of different ethnicities, body types, and backgrounds. Immigration and integration. Canada's immigration policies strongly influence its demographics. Many women immigrate as students, skilled workers, or family members, contributing to the cultural mosaic. Integration programs support language learning, employment training, and social inclusion. Challenges define its reputation as an inclusive country. Canada faces challenges such as high housing costs in major cities, Indigenous rights issues, and systemic inequalities. Women, particularly Indigenous women and those from minority backgrounds, are disproportionately affected by issues such as violence and access to resources. Conclusion: life in Canada is characterized by safety, opportunity, and cultural diversity. The country's natural beauty, strong institutions, and welcoming attitude toward immigrants make it a desirable place to live. Women in Canada enjoy high levels of social, political, and economic participation, though challenges remain in areas of equality and representation. Overall, Canada offers a society where both men and women can pursue education, careers, and fulfilling personal lives in a multicultural environment.